Hey guys! Today we're going to be doing another old sketchbook video because everyone seems to enjoy the horrendousness. I might get through both of these. We'll see if time permits. I don't want a super duper long video. But yeah, so this sketchbook is from, oh god, the lighting is terrible. It's from 2010, if you can't tell. And this sketchbook, I always kind of have to give a disclaimer to people who look at it. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I like to get together with my artist friends and share really old, really terrible sketchbooks and drawings and stuff, and we always get a good laugh out of it. But this one, I always kind of have to warn my friends beforehand because a sketchbook is a very personal thing, and a lot of people don't like to share them because when you go back through them, you find things that were inspired by like stuff during your life, and sometimes the emotional roller coaster is very evident in my sketchbooks. And during this one in particular, I was a sophomore, I believe, in high school. I was going through some crap. So there's a little bit of gore, there's a little bit of like vent art, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep flipping. I feel like it's a good thing. Not that that stuff happened to me. Well, I guess it is, because I learned from it, and I got a lot of artistic inspiration from it that I would otherwise not have had, I suppose, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Um, just leave those there for now. This sketchbook is a pretty generic one. No, it's not. Mead. Yeah. I think I mentioned this last time, but um my early sketchbooks, I didn't really care about the brand or the finish of paper or whatever. So I just kind of used whatever sketchbooks were cheap or whatever I was gifted with. And this is my cat character Litu, who I still draw today. Looks like I was attempting some kind of texture on the tree here. Gorgeous. Oh no, I remember I spilled like soda or something on it, and it ruined a ton of pages because I didn't want to draw around that big splotch. But nowadays, if I spilled something on my sketchbook, I probably would just roll with it and turn the splotch into something interesting. Yeah, just things you learn as you go along. Okay, here's the first vent piece. Um, this one's interesting actually because during this time when I was having like friend issues, I became very interested in wolves, mostly because like their social structure and the way they interact and solve problems, and it seemed like their lives are so much easier um, than like a teenage girl's. I don't know. But this one is supposed to be a friend who I got in a fight with, and she's pinning down this wolf that's supposed to represent me. And what's interesting about this is that this character would eventually become my main character, and she just continues to evolve. And yeah, that's the first time you see her, though, and I still use her today and consider her my me character, which is pretty cool. And it's exciting that I never would have made her if crap didn't happen to me in my friend group and whatever. Um, but yeah. 'Tis high school, that kind of stuff happens. I always laugh looking back at this one because it totally looks like this horse or a zebra or whatever is just trying to poop, and he can't. Yeah, that's. I don't know what my goal with that is, but that's what it looks like to me now. Another vent art, that's the me wolf. Her name would become Surreal, and it's still what it is today. She's like bleeding into a river. I was a dark teenager, man. I guess not as dark as some, but like figures that are contorted into really uncomfortable looking poses, and I think it's crying. Yeah, it's crying. Yeah. but I do regard this as one of my most creative sketchbooks, that's for sure. That's Litu, my cat character again. I'll just keep it this way. Sketch. These are so light, too, wow. That's another thing I notice about my old sketchbooks, is there's a lot of pencil sketches and a lot of really light, like really, really light lines. And I don't do that anymore. Most of the time, I either sketch directly in pen or, I don't know, finish a drawing and paint it and whatever, or color it in some way. Maybe I should get back into pencil sketching again because I kind of enjoy how that looks. Still some warrior cats. Eventually the cats would get less and less, and the wolves would get more and more. If you want to see crazy loads of pretty bad warrior cat drawings, look at my previous sketchbook videos. There are tons of them. I also used to draw so small. Nowadays, one of these characters would take up like half a page. I think... Man, the lighting here is so bad, I'm sorry. This was a preliminary drawing for a friend, I think. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Also during this time, I ran a wolf role-playing site because, again, I found, like, wolf pack relationships really cool, and I still do. But a lot of my roleplay characters and my friends' roleplay characters will appear in this. I think I was going to make that into like a pajama shirt, but I don't think I liked the sketch. Ah, yes! This drawing made me crack up so hard. Those were my three main characters at the time. That's Litu, Grisson, and Masagen. And these two are carnivores, basically, and they are absolutely disgusted with the fact that Grisson is eating something green and resembling Brussels sprouts. And they're just, like, so terrified of green food. And that's a bird. I think she was a character at some point, but I no longer use her anymore. This one, I remember, semi-glows in the dark. At least that was the intention, because it was drawn partially with glow-in-the-dark nail polish, which is probably a terrible idea, but super creative. I really should go back to doing, like, super random paintings with weird materials like I used to. Focus, there we go. But still the cat drawings. A little more realistic than the ones in my last sketchbook, but still not so much. That was an early design of Masagen, back when his name was something else. Ooh, that anatomy, though. Alright. I vaguely recall drawing this in my Spanish class, and it was actually for some form of homework assignment, but I don't remember what it was. I don't know what kind of Spanish assignment would require creepy, ghostly cat. And that's Litu, the kitty character who has never gone away. Actually, I just finished a painting of her. Hold on one sec, see if I can find it. Not that you guys actually care, but you might find it interesting to see how far she has progressed. Found it. Here it is. I did this, well, I finished it like a week ago. It's just crazy. The improvement. Where did she go? The improvement is so real. Whoa. Okay, continuing on. This was done for a friend. Anatomy is pretty sketchy, but at least I was trying out, like, different poses and weird backgrounds and stuff. I don't think I had really attempted backgrounds much until this point. And this is one of the first non-feline or canine things I drew. Slowly those would start to take over a little bit. I'm pretty bad with staying in my comfort zone. This is my orange and white cat named, I think her name was Suri or something. She was in my last book, but she doesn't appear very often again. Maybe once in a while. Here's Leitu eating what looks like pie. Come on, focus, thank you. Pie or cake or something. Wolf roleplay characters. And that's Leitu, along with the character of a DeviantART idol that I had way back when, who actually really started me on drawing, I suppose. I looked at her art and was inspired by it, but also kind of frustrated because I was not up to that level at all. But you need that motivation. Okay, I realize this lighting is real bad, I'm sorry. Again, the disclaimer that I'm pretty poor. I don't have the, not really, I'm okay, but I don't have like the fancy YouTuber art lighting and camera and stuff like that. So I make do. Hopefully this is okay enough for you guys. That is a headless Leitu. Oh boy. This is so light, I'm sorry. Focus, do the thing. Well, that's a little pig with a star. And this is a cat I drew with my foot. I possessed such weird ideas and weird creativity back then that I probably should get back to, actually. I did so many weird challenges and stuff. That is a vent piece, I believe. Probably as is that. I'm sure Leitu is probably not the best swimmer, and she's in a cave surrounded by waterfalls. Yeah. That is a masterpiece. Whoa. That one paw print took up 2 whole pages. That's great. I must have thought it was really something. Okay. Another vent piece, but I'm pretty fond of this one. Oh wow. More roleplay characters. This one was one of my friends. More roleplay. Oh man. I was a nerd. Although, I'm still a nerd, let's be real. Leitu again. More vent piece, I think. Struggles. The struggles. Okay, alright. Here's, I think, one of the first human forms I've ever tried. I might have had another one in my old sketchbook. But, it's not that bad for a first go around. Little, like, anime cat thing. I don't know. very, very, very angry face. This was for a friend. The background is not very detailed, but at least it is a background. I think that's some form of dachshund or some other very long dog. Kitty cats. Wild kitty cats. Tigery things. Yeah. That symbol here. That symbol I drew a lot. I think what I did is I wrote like my own secret code, like a language, but not really. And I think this was supposed to be the letter Z, but I don't remember what Z stood for. I just know that I particularly liked that one and drew it a lot. Did you guys ever do that when you were kids? Like, make up random symbols and turn them into some form of alphabet so that no one knew what you were writing? It was the bomb. Sticky note, what are you doing? That's an elephant. That's another elephant. I think I based that off of a small elephant statue that I have that was given to me by a friend, and that's a bear. His back legs are much longer than his front legs, but that's okay. He's still learning. There's that weird Z symbol again on the shoulder. I always put it on the shoulder, I don't know why. And this one, I very distinctly remember I was drawing this in my basement, and my mom came down with my report card and was very unhappy with me. And I guess it's just weird that I always will relate this drawing back to that. Usually I got pretty good grades, but as I said, that year was bad. Another vent piece. Wild, majestic zebra is being chained up at a circus, and he's not happy. Yeah. My mind, though, in high school, oh boy. More warrior cats. I remember being so proud of this one, oh my goodness. And that's more of my made-up language. More venting with lots of blood that looks like ketchup because I didn't know how to mix colors very well. And that's in pastel, too. Yeah, definitely a pastel. Oh, man. And this, you may remember, in one of my very first sketchbooks, there was like this contest to draw like a creepy scarecrow type of thing, and I drew it as a cat because cats were all I drew. So this one was kind of like a redraw this challenge. So I redid my design, but with Litu this time because now Litu is a character that exists and will exist for a very long time. More warrior cats. That's Yellow Fang and Cinderpelt, if I remember their names correctly. Man, it's been so long since I've read that series. I loved those books so much. I might have to do a reread. That cat has eyebrows. Why does that cat have eyebrows? Nice. Alright. That's Grissom, looking much skinnier than usual. Probably when he was a little kid. And there's Grissom again! Alright, so that's the end of that sketchbook. The crazy sketchbook that all my friends want to look at because it's nuts and from a terrible bad time. This video is already 20 minutes, so I don't know if I should go on to that one. Okay, not today. Not today. But definitely leave a comment below if you want to see more old sketchbooks, because this one is up next. Here, I'll give you a sneak peek. Sneak peek. Ooh, exciting. Alright, so leave a comment if you want to see more. And yeah, thank you for being here and have a lovely day. And go draw some art. Goodbye.